Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Tech Audit Explainer. If you're working from home, studying remotely, or honestly just trying to get your digital life somewhat organized, you're absolutely in the right place. For the next few minutes, consider me your personal, highly enthusiastic IT consultant. Today, we're doing a complete hardware audit to optimize your remote work setup. We're going to put the two titans of modern technology head to head, the mobile device and the personal computer. Now, you might think you already know which one is better, but when we actually break down the source data on daily utility, the efficiency bottlenecks might really surprise you. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our consultation blueprint for today's audit. 1. Evaluating remote productivity setups. 2. Screen size and multitasking. 3. Input methods for task efficiency. 4. Professional processing power. 5. Battery longevity and mobility. And finally, 6. The consultant's final verdict. All right, starting with Section 1, Evaluating Remote Productivity Setups. Making the choice between a mobile device and a PC is really the critical baseline decision for your remote office. I mean, it dictates literally everything else about how you work. So to kick off our audit, we have to look at the fundamental physical footprint. Mobile devices are, by definition, small, light, and pocketable. They're designed for anywhere use. You can literally take your office to the grocery store if you want to. On the flip side, we have the PC. Large desktops require a fixed, dedicated location. And even laptops, while they're incredibly portable, they aren't exactly pocket-sized, right? They demand a surface. This footprint is step 1 in our audit because it totally sets the stage for how you interact with your work. A dedicated desk space psychologically primes you for deep work, whereas a pocket device kind of encourages fragmented, on-the-go task management. Moving on to Section 2, Screen size and multitasking. Let's talk about visual real estate, because this directly impacts your long-term focus. When you're staring at a screen for 8 hours a day, size absolutely matters. Mobile screens are inherently small, and the source data points out a huge ergonomic hazard here. Prolonged viewing on a mobile device can cause significant eye strain. You know the feeling. You're squinting, constantly scrolling, and just kind of losing the bigger picture. Contrast that with PC screens. Large displays make studying, researching, and true multitasking just vastly easier. Having 2 documents open side by side on a PC monitor fundamentally changes your workflow compared to constantly swiping between apps on a phone. The PC facilitates seamless multitasking, which helps protect your visual health and your focus during those really long work hours. Next up, Section 3, Input methods and task efficiency. This is where we shift from visual real estate to physical interaction. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer difference in friction when you're actually creating content. Mobile input relies entirely on a touchscreen interface. Have you ever tried drafting a massive 10-page quarterly report on a piece of glass? It's a slow, super frustrating process that is just prone to typos. The source specifically notes it's incredibly difficult for long notes or large documents. PC input, however, utilizes the classic keyboard and mouse. That combo gives you fast, easy typing and really precise, granular control. Let's break down exactly why that tactile input is an absolute necessity for certain jobs. If your daily workflow involves heavy data entry, office administration, or creating complex projects, the physical keyboard of a PC is the definitive efficiency winner, hands down. And if you're coding, a PC is simply essential. The speed and precision you get from dedicated physical keys and shortcut combinations just can't be replicated on a phone screen. For content creators and office professionals, the keyboard and mouse aren't just accessories, they are literally the primary conduits for your productivity. Which brings us to a really critical question in our audit. What happens when your workload demands more than just basic typing, checking emails, and browsing the web? What happens when you need raw, unadulterated power? That takes us to Section 4, Professional Processing Power. So the crucial point is this. While modern mobile devices are incredibly fast, PCs are absolutely mandatory for heavy processing and graphical workloads. The source highlights that PCs excel at running large software suites smoothly. We're talking about professional video editing, intricate 3D design and rendering, and even high-level gaming where superior graphics and control are just paramount. A phone might be totally fine for trimming a quick video for social media, but rendering a massive 4K documentary, that requires the thermal cooling and raw processing horsepower that only a PC architecture can really provide. And hey, power isn't just about speed. It's also about capacity. Let's compare the storage realities of both platforms. Mobile storage is traditionally pretty limited. Yes, it's definitely increasing, but it still hits a hard ceiling relatively quickly. PCs, on the other hand, offer massive capacity. They can easily accommodate huge, uncompressed professional files, hours of high-definition video, and enormous software installations. Professional-grade work demands expansive and often upgradable storage capacities, and that is a domain where the PC remains completely undisputed. All right, Section 5, Battery Longevity and Mobility. Raw power is totally useless if you can't keep the device turned on, right? And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate trade-off in our tech setup. It's the stark contrast between mobile freedom and PC dependency. Mobile devices run super efficiently on small batteries for many hours, and their built-in SIM cards allow internet access literally anywhere there's a cell tower. You are completely untethered. PCs, specifically desktops, need constant electricity. I mean, if the power grid goes down, your work stops cold. Even laptops, which do offer portability, have batteries that drain significantly faster under heavy workloads compared to phones. Plus, PCs generally rely on local Wi-Fi or broadband, so they are powerful, for sure, but they are firmly tethered to infrastructure. Which leads us to our final section, number 6, the consultant's final verdict. It's time to bring all this source data together and give you a tailored hardware recommendation. Let's move to the bottom line and see how this builds up. If we plot device type against ideal use cases, the divide is crystal clear. On one side, the mobile device is the absolute champion of portability, casual communication, and light on-the-go tasks. On the other side, the PC is the undisputed heavyweight champion for dedicated studying, heavy office work, coding, and intensive tasks like video editing. It's like this: you don't use a sports car to tow a tractor-trailer, and you shouldn't try to use a smartphone to manage a massive corporate database. The source material actually sums up this audit perfectly with this conclusion. If you need a portable and easy device, mobile is better. But if you have to study, do office work, video editing, or heavy lifting, a PC proves more useful. It's just a neutral, undeniable fact of modern tech. While a basic mobile phone is super accessible and relatively inexpensive, investing in a professional PC setup is practically a necessity if you are doing intense, prolonged remote work.
So I want to leave you with this question to really chew on as we wrap up today's explainer. Are you using the right tool for your specific job? Or is your current tech setup secretly slowing down your remote productivity? Take a hard look at your daily tasks, compare them to the physical and processing bottlenecks we just audited today, and make sure your hardware is actually working for you and not against you. Thanks so much for joining me for this tech explainer, and keep optimizing those workflows.